Hello beautiful people, how you guys doing today? Jess here to bring you another video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And today I got my trusty steed, Mabel. Oh yes. Okay, Mabel, I was trying to do an intro, but as you can see, I can't really leave Mabel. Today there's a lot to show. I did quite a bit in between episodes, but as you saw, we did a lot of terraforming last episode. Well, I got crazy and I didn't do terraforming, but I built a couple more trees. So let's go take Mabel for a stride. This is kind of what Mabel's here for, to give us kind of the view from the floor, from the ground level. You know what I mean. But look at this. Okay, so we come from here, we go through this, and there it is. There it is, a little bit of a peek on the goddess, and then voila, it shows. It's like completely there. Oh my goodness. I am loving this vibe. Who knew it took so long to build these many trees? Even just these bunches. This like small amount of trees. It feels like a small amount, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Look, I had to try to make this side of the forest as dense as I could, just so it looked like a forest, right? And that is kind of the goal. I haven't done it inside the village because I felt like starting in the outside is definitely more important. I want to get to a point where I'm like happy with the outside before I start moving on to next projects. But I really like the addition of the trees. I really went with different types here. We've got the tough with a skinnier trunk, and then we also have a couple of fallen ones here. We even have some smaller ones that like get not as much sunlight, so that's why they're kind of pretty small. We have a bit of birch trees. I didn't exactly know if they were in the right biome. Every time I looked it up, it says it can survive in colder biomes. It's very nice. It's very atmospheric in here. And then as well as just going across the bridge here, I want this like secret path to be a little more blocked. Okay. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, the sunlight with the shaders. It's so nice. I even put in work for the river. We've got mud, a lot of mud all across here. I did want variety. I feel like I should add some cattails and a couple of drip leaves and things like that. Thank you, Mabel, for coming back. Like I was saying, it's very obvious for that, so I just kind of wanted to block it while also not blocking Lady Goddess Gem. So playing a lot with silhouettes and placement of trees. So this episode, I'm actually ahead of episodes. The reason I'm ahead of episodes is because I'm actually moving in July. So I do want to get ahead of that and make sure I have videos for you guys ready. So when I do move, you know, it feels like I wasn't even gone. It feels like I was always there. But yes, I will be moving to a different apartment, which hopefully doesn't have as much sirens. Oh, of course, it rains. It rains. Of course, on the day I have to do an intro, it rains. But oh, look at this atmosphere. Look at it. Just, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm in love. Okay, we gotta put our flower back. So you gotta pay tribute. You gotta pay your tribute to go in and have a pure of heart. Here's a couple of zombies. A lot of zombie villagers attacked me while I was building this up, so I had to save them. I'll save them eventually one day. So it seems like I didn't do a lot, but I also did a lot in between episodes. Yes, I did a lot. I changed the road. I didn't like it. I just felt like it was busy. So now it's cleaner, but it's still like part of this road. Also, I don't like that this is like completely straight right here, so I'm gonna have to change that up. Anyways, but yes, I did a lot of work. I did a lot of placing grass, placing bushes, kind of adding variety, adding different little sections for mushrooms that are growing around, different areas that seem to just kind of make it more cohesive. So I did that all the way across, did all the roads like this as well, and I think it is so much better. I added, I think, 2 of these trees. Yes, I did two Three trees. I added 3 trees. This tree right here, and then these 2 trees. It just needed to look more like a forest, and I felt like this kind of helps with that. I don't particularly like that this is kind of not getting as much attention anymore because of this tree. Yeah, so like my eyes kind of go towards this tree rather than this because this is very brown. So maybe we'll change the colors of this to a different color. If you have any suggestions, maybe we change it to red, maybe we change it to blue. Who knows? We'll have to test other things. So this is still all the same mostly, just a lot of detailing and texturing and just trying to get things in a kind of, I don't know, direction that I like. I haven't added too much on this section. I do want to add like a couple more trees over there, and then as well as build this path up a little bit, maybe make it a little more hidden. I do also want to make a shrine here. As you can see, I still need to clean this up. But I do want to make like maybe like a little shrine or something here as well to kind of give reason to even come visit this area over here. But yes, as you can see, I did quite a lot. But, you know, nothing like getting to it. Okay, so I appreciate Mabel being here with us. I do have to kind of let her sit and let her be. Sadly, I don't have many fence posts around. So she is at least under some shade while it's raining. But I do want to start building something right here. Something for us to look at. As you can see, my hand movements already giving the hint. It's going to be a large wizard tower. Boy Steve already kind of recommended doing this. So I already planned something like magical or mystical. Magical, mystical. Okay, so it's gonna be a large tower. I am probably gonna mess with a couple of these trees so it doesn't block it too much, but I want like a perfect silhouette. When you come in, you see it, you're like, I need to go visit that tower. But also that also might distract you from visiting the other things. But I think it is also a great like end goal sort of thing. So yeah. I think it will work out. I think if I pull it off, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a nice tall tower that is probably gonna be taller than this mountain, which means I have to build it larger. And there's more mountain to build someday, but right now I am taking a break from terraforming and mountain building. Okay, I'm not taking a break from terraforming because we both know I am going to have to terraform the land for the tower to sit on as usual, and then we'll also have to gather a couple resources to get the tower started. But I am probably just gonna go with a similar palette of bricks, diorite, maybe a couple stones. I'm not exactly sure. I'm leaning towards doing a copper style roof, not necessarily because I think just because of that type of blue, it's very magical. It adds a little fantasy to it, which I really want to pull off. But I love this place so far, and I am loving the way we're going with this forest kingdom. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, let me bring you back in a little bit after maybe I've done some building. I don't think I can do it in one time lapse. Okay, give me maybe 2 time lapses. Okay, just give me 2 time lapses, and it'll be nice and pretty for you to look at. Okay, I'll be right back.
2, 3, 4. Staring at the tapestry above the bed you gave me. I still haven't washed my sheets, 'cause I still smell you in the bed you used to rest your head on. How the hell am I supposed to see? Can we both face our demons? Can we change like the seasons? I wanna make her better, write the makeup from her face. I wish I hadn't met her. I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and not break down in my room. Cause there's nothing sweeter than the bitter taste of you. And the bitter taste of you. I'm drunk on Chardonnay that I bought for our picnic day, and we never got to drink it. So I'm writing what I'm thinking. You could have told me sooner. I was sure that it was me. You used to want to hold me close. You used to want all of me. What's the reason for your tears? And what's the reason for your fears? In my mind I'm kissing you. Oh, and my dog, she misses you. Can we both face our demons? Can we change like the seasons? I wanna make her better, wipe the makeup from her face. I wish I hadn't met her. I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and not break down in my room. Cause there's nothing sweeter than the bitter taste of you. And the bitter taste of you.
Okay. Did you totally believe I was here? Okay, I'm totally back. Okay, I'm not back. Okay, so this is future Jess doing a voiceover because past Jess decided to forget to record the microphone. Yeah. This is the first time this has ever happened. Hopefully this is the only time this ever happens. I usually try not to do voiceovers. I just like being there, reacting like I'm there. Like, ooh, look at this wizard tower I built. Beautiful as ever. I probably said something like, look how beautiful this is. It's so beautiful and gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm being sassy. I'm totally not mad at past Jess. Okay, so let's focus. So we did this wizard tower. I did some intricate kind of details, a little bit of the sigil there in the middle. I honestly don't know what it's supposed to be or mean, but we did do a little bit of sigil. We did something interesting. I just wanted to add something interesting to the tower, I think. But the most biggest important thing into the tower is the crystals. I don't know why I'm not looking at the crystals. I'm probably looking at like plans. Oh, I'm planning what to do here. So I probably was gonna say I'm gonna build some other things here, like a house, some other towers here. Yeah. What am I looking at? What? Okay, so when are we gonna talk about the crystal? What am I talking about right now? This is probably pointless stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I looking at? Okay, so here we've got the sigil. We've got the middle. Okay, there we go. We're talking about the crystals, I think. Look at this. So we got the blue crystal, the red crystal, and the green crystal. This is all different types of crystals. It's supposed to mean different types of things. Shell helped with this. So the blue crystal is supposed to mean like water. The orange red crystal is supposed to mean like humans, life in general, like just the animals, the creatures, all of that. And then the green is supposed to mean the leaves, the foliage, the forest itself. So yeah. Added a little bit of lore to it, and then the purple is just the pure power and energy of the whole kingdom. And this is kind of what creates like a shield of some sort that kind of hides this place and makes sure that no other creatures, no other things, or even whatever that's roaming by gets in. This is what makes sure you have like a pure of heart, as well as just a good, you're just a good person. Yes. So yeah. And since this is future Jess, I know this turns out fabulously, but this is so far what I've done. I don't know what else. I finished it. I'm future Jess now, so I know what's happening, and I don't gap as much, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, my plans is to make also this whole place terraformed, add a bridge, add some other things, add some custom trees and stuff as well. So this whole place is gonna look completely different. Okay, future Jess is still here. Yes. So I've cut to the point where I'm trying to figure out how to create a system to where I can get the Allay, the system to drop books for the Allays to pick up. I've already created kind of like a note block system, but now I'm trying to cause a long enough delay to where it's not pushing the books too fast. This is how far my redstone capabilities go. Yeah, just add tons of repeaters to cause so much delay to make sure it doesn't shoot out as fast. That's literally that is literally my redstone prowess. And then here I realized that I also need to create a signal for the upper part of the dispenser or hopper or whatever I have there. And I'm like, I need to send a signal to this next dropper. So I try to do that. I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, my brain's cogging and trying to function as best as it can. And I think I do figure it out. I mean, obviously I know I'm the future Jess, so I know this works out. And it was this simple. It was actually this simple. And yeah, and then it should have shot out the book. Yep, there it is. The book is there. I then realized that the Allays can't get to it because it's under the table. And apparently if it's under something, they don't bother to get it. So even the weirdest thing is, why do Allays not phase through walls while Vexes can? Very bizarre, very odd. But anyways, so eventually I do figure everything out, and then I think I just moved the dispenser to the other side. I literally did the whole thing. My music block system, I honestly don't know how to silence it because I don't know, it just keeps on beeping. This Allay decided to get stuck down here with me, so I'm trying to figure out how to get it out of there. It's like, come after this book, buddy. Please, there you go. Come on out. There we go. Beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, look at these people. They're like so excited to trade with me. Anyways, the Allays seem to be working. They're dropping the books on top of this note block system I've created. It's just a note block that's playing one note through some observers, like a observer clock. So it's just making that one beat. Boop, 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 boop. And then just a bunch of hoppers around it to drop into the system again. It's just a hopper system. I didn't do like a rail system because I didn't want more noise. And this is me trying to figure out what works. Like, is there a way to stop music notes without them like completely stopping? I haven't figured it out. I think I did test in like a creative world that you could probably put like a wither's head on it, but I didn't have a wither skull. So, and also it made even a spookier sound, but it did, like, it was softer and it was less repetitive. But yeah, for now this is the system. It does shoot out the books, and I've just covered up with paint paintings, and then as well as just books around it, just to kind of make it seem like it matches from the front there. But other than that, I am liking that this system works. I do want to probably make more of this, but I do want to put this out in the world just in case somebody sees this and is better at this than me and has a better system. I like the system. It's just, is there a better way to delay it? Or is this really the best way? Honestly, I could make the whole floor just completely delayed, just so the books are complete, like very, very delayed. But I like that. I like that it works, and then I do want to place more of them around the library, so that way they're not just picking it up from that one area. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is all it's working perfectly. Anyways, thank you for listening to voiceover Jess, I guess. This is very weird, very bizarre thing to do. But yeah, please don't like this because I don't want to do more of these. I just prefer playing while talking. It's so much easier, and it feels so weird to like do a voiceover. Maybe I should practice. Maybe I should get better at it. Anyways, forget about that stuff. Let us go to another time lapse because we are gonna finish this beautiful wizard's tower. All right. I hope you guys like it. I'll see you there.
I wanna run away, but not like buy a ticket. I travel miles on a plane to go somewhere further, but I'm done with outer space, controlled by retrogrades. I've got too much on my plate. My stomach's full, but I still crave, 'cause I wanna be alone. Don't leave a message at the door. Whispers in the trees, blowing past the skyline. There's a world I just might like behind a door. Pull the wall over my eyes in the darkness. As you find folk in here, they seem quite nice. I won't be back, turn out the light, 'cause I wanna be alone. Don't leave a message at the door. Rebuild my home, 'cause I wanna be alone. Feel the walls come closing. I feel the sun against my skin. See the sunrise through the trees. A heartbeat put to ease. Lose myself amongst the vines. I've been here 1,000 times. With sanity's a sacrifice. Take the scenic route out of my mind, 'cause I wanna be alone. Don't leave a message at the door. Rebuild my home, 'cause I wanna be alone. 'Cause I wanna be alone.
Okay, no worries. I did not forget this time. I did not forget. We are done with the grades. Let's go. Yes, look at it. Beautiful, gorgeous as ever. No worries. Not another day has passed. Also, there's another thing over here. We have a fox. Look how adorable that is. It stole a book. No, don't jump off. Oh, fox. Oh, fox, it stole a book. That is crazy. Well, now you guys have the task to name the fox. This is not Fox SMC. I've checked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The fox seems to be stuck. Don't be afraid. Okay, there you are. It's fine. You can keep the book. It's cute. It's adorable. Okay. You just gotta be careful. We need to give it a name for sure. That's adorable. It's still a book. It's like a little sly book stealer fox. Oh, that's too funny. I hope it doesn't despawn. Maybe I should name it before anything happens. I will do that. I will be sure to do that. But if you guys got any name suggestions for the sly fox, go ahead. I'm gonna go take a quick nap while you do that. Okay, I think there's a couple things I can show here. I added some trusses just to add some variety for the. I'm gonna get away from the beeping. Some variety for the roof itself. I felt like the roof was fairly unfinished, and honestly I could probably add more, maybe add more beams that go across this way or something like that, but I wanted to keep it fairly simple. Honestly, I could probably also add a chandelier in here too, just like one right smack in the middle there. Other than that, I also just like cleaned up some of these areas right here. One thing you might also not notice is this is actually jutted out now, so it's not as flat. And then everything else is fairly the same. Just added a little bit of upgrades. Okay. I'm gonna look away. I wanna show you again. Hi, Sherlock Bones. Hi. Okay, so I do have a lot more other things that I do want to show you. Yes, we still haven't cured those zombies. And once this area is safe, once I feel safe for the villagers to roam around this specific area where the residence is, I will do that. Okay, so we start here. We're gonna turn around right here. Oh, you don't see anything. And then as you get that picturesque right there, beautiful framed crystal tower. Oh yeah, I want it to be a little more blocked, just kind of like not getting the full view yet. This is all tricks because there's no actual forest here because I haven't finished it. there's literally only one custom tree that does this kind of trick, but there it is. Once you get closer to the bridge, you get the full view. You get the full view right there, and you're like, what world did I just step in? Yeah, beautiful. I still need to go across here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is storming outside, and I have decided to film this during a storm. It's been a pretty bad week. I've been exhausted from work. To constant rain, constant storms. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy week, but I am happy with this world. I wish I could live in here. Look how chill it is. But I do plan to have a path that goes across here and have more builds. I might make this like the shopping district, or at least like the community area, and then this section be more like the residential area with the libraries, schools, things like that. But as of right now, I've built this. This is the Wizard's Tower. It's gonna be like the centerpiece of this whole forest kingdom, kind of showing where most of their power comes from. But I've added a little bit more, this tree right here, and then I added two more pillars just to do like kind of a bridge. You can see a fly head right here. There is a portal, another portal right here. Honestly, I could have probably shown that later, but I also added another extra piece. I just felt like the tower alone was just kind of so it needed more things. I might honestly add another piece here, possibly, because you'll see once I'm in the inside, there's like, it feels like there's nothing in this spot right here, but who knows. Oh, I forgot a scaffolding there. I've also brought Mabel over here. You might be wondering why. I'll show you why. I'll show you. I'm gonna grab this scaffolding though before I forget. Always do it before you forget, because you'll never do it. This area I left open just in case I want to do something here. Maybe add some extra storage as I'm doing cleaning up. This is why you do some walkthroughs, because you end up realizing you needed to do some cleaning up. Anyways, a couple of custom trees to add to the customness of this whole place. Added a spore blossom there to add some of the spores. Ooh, I forgot this section right here. I added kind of like a rune, kind of like a altar. I don't know, a shrine. Oh, maybe it's a shrine. This is kind of like their symbol for their kingdom, the moon and the star. And so I did a couple of things to the crystals themselves. I added a couple of candles around them. So the crystals I actually came up with myself, and then I saw B-Dub's video. Yeah, the freaking B-Dubs, always out doing me and just showing me how to actually do things. He did his crystal things in the, not crystal things, just kind of like a magical spherical thing in his nether, and he added candles. I didn't add candles, so I added candles. You learn from the best, don't you? And I added a couple more swirls around them. Honestly, I could do more, but you always end up seeing it and you're like, oh, I could add so much more to this. I could add more swirls, I could add more magic. I could honestly break a couple of these up just to add more levitation. Right now it just feels like it's kind of being held by this thing rather than it being magical. So honestly, having like maybe some of the glass break could work, but I think it's still pretty good. It still holds up, especially from like over there. You'll get kind of the gist. From under here it feels a little bizarre, a little weird. Doesn't look much like crystals. It's still storming. It's still storming out there. Okay, it's time to reveal the interior. Hi. So I cured one of them. There was actually two. I don't know what happened to the other one. Probably zombie. But this is the interior, and I have moved in. As you can see, I put some shulker boxes and stuff here. And this is my little desk. And then as well as just chests, more organized this time. I made them seem like they're drawers, kind of like a cabinet. Ash called it like the cabinet of curiosity, something like that. I started labeling them, but honestly, I don't particularly love it. I don't particularly love the labels too much. It just it might look messy. Maybe I'll try it again once I have like squid ink and stuff, but for now I'll just leave it like this. I have just these labels up top just to kind of give a hint of what's inside them, but you actually have to just check. Yeah, not the biggest storage system, but it works for me, honestly. We will definitely do bigger storage systems in the future, but for now this works. This area is not finished. I likely will make this kind of like the kitchen area, maybe like some furnaces. I might add a, what's it called? I might add a fireplace right here so I can kind of give interest to the backside here, because right now it's just kind of weirdly shaped. And this kind of being like this feels odd to me. I don't know why I still went with it, because I built this thing first and then I decided to add this on top, and I just it's so weird. It's so weird, but I think it adds to the, I don't know, it adds to the magic of it, because sometimes there are just weird things in fantasy worlds. It doesn't really make all the logic in the world all the time. Anyways, this is my new space. This is my new area. I like it. It's so much more cozier than the old one. I am planning to switch the old one into just maybe a regular resident home, or like a pottery area or something like that, or just somebody who really loves plants. So we go upstairs. I had some trouble kind of finding a elegant way to do this while also keeping it to the forest theme. So what I'm gonna probably do is break up some areas. As you can hear the cops coming by. A lot of the sirens happen when storms be happening. I hope everybody's safe. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the sirens pass by for now. Okay, and there we go. So I'm likely gonna green up things. Green up. I'm gonna like add some foliage, add some moss and things like that, just to make it, yeah, more foresty in here, because it feels too clean. And honestly, these walls, they're too much. They're too much diorite. I like diorite, but it's too much of one texture is the bizarre thing. You can kind of see the repetitive pattern, which kind of makes the eyes a little jarred. Here is the bedroom. This is what is on this stand right here. All of this just for a bedroom for me, so I can sleep. As it is nighttime, I can sleep. It's like a nice little cozy nook, and I don't want to make it seem like the wizard is like living large or something, or taking advantage of people. So I wanted to make it seem like it's just a nice cozy area. Like he has the wizard tower to protect it and make sure the magic is flowing, but he doesn't like live like a king, if that makes sense. That is, I guess it's a wizarddom, not a kingdom, am I right? Okay, so this entrance right here, not complete. But you can still come over here. I forgot this was right here. I also need a different lighting option. I'm not gonna leave this torch like this forever. And then I also need a lighting option here. I honestly might use a couple of soul lanterns instead, maybe? Possibly. But I do have plans for another portal kind of idea. I don't know. I'm still tweaking it, adjusting it, so it's not completely ready. But this is part of the tree right here. I wanted this tree to like completely wrap around this tower. For some reason, like this tree specifically got like very obsessed with this portal, maybe, and that's why it kind of wraps around it as if it's like protecting it, or maybe being drawn to it. I also had another idea of possibly having the tree come out of the portal, but honestly, I would need a bigger portal. I need a bigger portal. Spoilers, there is going to be a bigger portal someday. This is what I have so far. This is pretty much it. Maybe some details I could go through, like the roof here. I just kind of went with the shape of the roof and then just kind of pillared up. It's more unique this type of roof shape. It still has like the arches here, but then kind of does a weird shape up, I guess. But I thought of making it pointier, but then I don't know. It just didn't look too fantasy enough for me. It just looked like kind of like a spear, if that makes sense. I like how it came out. I think there is some like details I could have probably added, like more details on the crystals, maybe some parts here that could have been detailed. I even added some runes from here. My inspiration was the Watcher, because when I first thought of this, I was gonna think it was about phase and stuff. Yeah, I watched the Watcher a while ago, like a long time ago, maybe 1 year, 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember, but that movie kind of had phase in the story of it, so I wrote phase in runic symbols that they had in that movie. I did a little bit of studying, but obviously not enough to the point where I could completely explain everything or understand how phase and things like that work. But I'm trying. Up here, I have shroom lights, just like I did up here. I don't know how I feel about this, but I do like that it kind of like draws your eye to the center here. So that's kind of nice. So I might leave those lights up there. But what it is just some grates with some shroom lights behind it. You can kind of see it from here. So I might cover this up from the inside when we actually finish the staircase all the way up. but that hasn't been done yet. I did the same thing here, but this one's not even accessible. I put a honey block at the bottom because I didn't want it to be too overbearing, overdrawing. I don't want it, your eyes to draw over to it too much as this. But I do want you to be like, oh, okay, yeah. That's kind of like the same eyesight there. Honestly, I don't know where to go from here. Oh, I did some terraforming. Like I said, I probably said I did. This is a week after. I don't remember anything I said. And I also remember losing audio. So that's pretty much all I remember. But I did some terraforming and added some of the more blues, some of the more there. Some of the more there, yeah, that explains so much. Some more daisies here and a fallen log. I might add a couple more fallen logs here and there. Add a couple more custom trees. As usual, love building custom trees. I think this adds, the custom trees just add so much. It just feels different. Like it doesn't feel like it's just Minecraft, if that makes sense. This is like my world, you know? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've done the tour. I still have a couple of resident buildings I probably want to build. A couple of shops or, you know, community things I also want to build over there. But I am liking how this place is coming out so far. I was thinking of making these into retaining walls. Oh, I guess I should add... I did build this bridge. I think I haven't shown this. I built this bridge, added some stepping stones, I guess. I wanted to make it seem like this was like a full-on bridge, and then it kind of fell apart a little bit. Yeah, so these bridges are very, very old, and they're kind of falling apart a little bit. Yeah, I was thinking of making these into retaining walls, but then I was like, does it really make sense for these to be retaining walls? This is not really a man-made river, right? It's supposed to be kind of like a forest river. But with these clean lines right here, I think I need something to break it up. Maybe some stones and stuff that kind of jut out of the ground to kind of give it more rock formations and stuff. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my butt. But yeah, that's it. That is literally all I've done. Even though I don't know if it looks like much, but it's a lot. It was a lot of work. Took a whole week. A lot of exhausting work. Not exhausting because I don't want to do this. Exhausting because my real life job is exhausting. But yes. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting the channel and just doing everything you guys do. I appreciate everybody who catches the streams and hangs out with me while building all of this stuff. It really is, you know, helpful because it kind of keeps me company, as well as I do a lot of these grindy work stuff, but I am very happy of how this came out. Also, don't forget to join the Discord, join in the community. Appreciate everybody who does join the Discord and, like, you know, keeps the community going. It's really you guys. I suck at talking. Oh, anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you for making it this far to the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.